If you still bill your clients on an hourly basis, hear why this is killing your business. When you bill hourly, for the most part, most accountants will start working as soon as they sign the engagement letter. They will not take any sort of deposit. They will work their tails off, learning the business, having conference calls with the client, taking the time to train staff, administrative time. They will really front load a ton of the work, as most clients in accounting require, but then they will do all of this work for at least 30 days, sometimes 45 or 60 days before sending a single invoice. And as you can tell, that creates a big cash flow negative situation for your business. And here's why. Once again, you're deploying your time, staff time, resources, software costs, maybe even travel and other expenses. You're simply investing in the client. And if you don't take a retainer or a deposit up front and you do all of this work for, let's say, 30 days, you're already 30 days in the hole as far as cash. You've outlaid cash to pay your expenses, pay your staff, pay yourself, pay for software. You have also expensed a lot of time and you've invested it into the client. Now, that might feel good to really get a new client and really get them excited and be working on something new. But in the end, you're really investing. Now, let's say you get to day 30 and you send an invoice. Are you going to send that invoice net zero due today? You might, but will the client really pay on the first day? Probably not. They're probably still going to take 15 to 30 days at a minimum to pay your bill. And guess what? You're still working just as hard. You're accumulating a net loss on every single client you bill after 30 days of working on them. And if you let them take at least 30 days to pay you, you are at a constant 60-day negative cash flow situation. And the more and more clients you bring on who you let get into this cycle, the crazier it can be for you. Because once again, you're probably going to see that your cash balance starts dropping, that you're spending more and more time, that your WIP schedule is getting into the thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars for multiple clients, and then you're running your business in the red. Now, I don't know about you, but I would never advise my clients to allow their clients to let them get into net 60, net 90, zero cash situations, because then that is just going to be killing your business. So how can you completely flip the script? How can you change the situation with your current and your new clients? Well, once again, you need to get rid of just doing things for fees on an hourly or even monthly basis, but billing them after the fact. You need to get paid on the first of each month before this service, net zero. You need to get paid ahead of time. Doesn't need to be the full monthly fee, but it could be a couple weeks. It could be half of the monthly fee. We almost always get every client onto at least beginning of the month they prepay, or we split it up and they pay on the 1st and the 15th of every single month via automatic ACH or credit card. And once again, what you can see here is if you start to really pack in some value with the client and you know that they're paying for a defined set of services at the beginning of the month, they're very likely to be more open to hearing about other advisory services on a fixed fee, maybe some software and some other services that they can buy from you that will, again, come on a predictable monthly fee. So if you can get away from the hourly service fees only for every client, net 60, net 90 cash flow situation, which is not good for you, and in the end, it's really not even good for the client. If you can flip the script, get paid on the first of the month, and stack more and more valuable services at fixed fees on top of your $500 per month bookkeeping client, your $1,000 a month bookkeeping client. The more you can do this, you'll be cash flow positive from day one. You can afford to pay your staff. You can afford to grow your firm. And this leads to a much better situation for the client because, again, they know exactly what they're paying on the first of the month. Unless their business really, really takes off or takes a huge dip, the fee will probably not change. And that's how you need to position this with your clients. So I hope this helps. Leave us a comment below, and we look forward to seeing you soon.